We're here with tennis coach Gary Drake to find out about him, his business and how he got to where he is today. Can you just tell me a little bit about your background and how you got into tennis?
Yeah, I started playing tennis at age 10, through school actually, through a promotion with a local club. Soon became a Devon County player, sort of 12, 13. Played internationally, was British champion singles and doubles under 18. Played junior Wimbledon. Fitting well?
Yeah, cool.
Playing good?
Not too bad.
What was your first job as a coach?
First job as a coach was at Surrey Tennis and Country Club, where on average I was probably doing 40 hours a week of all ages, all abilities, all standards, you know, apprenticeship for a better word, and just learning the trade. I did that for a couple of years, and then I was able to do a little bit of management for that club on the events, on the numbers side, how many people were we doing. So I was producing reports for the tennis manager at the time. And then I progressed from there to the Royal Berkshire Club, where I managed a team of coaches. We had about 15 coaches there, so I managed the team and got a little bit more into the off-court activities of how you can drive the programme, what numbers you need to hit your targets and budgets, etc. And then from there, I've just seen the opportunity to grow my own business or take on the opportunity to manage any tennis site, club, park, school, hotel, anywhere with tennis court. Take your time. Make sure it's higher. Reach up, yeah?
Did you always see tennis coaching as a chance to run your own business?
I think initially at the age of 20 when you go into it, I was probably more financially driven than anything else. But certainly after 2 or 3 years there was a concern of how long could I do this for. And I think I looked at that and I thought, well, I'm happy to do 45 hours on a court up to probably age 30 or so. And then I suddenly need to look at how I can earn money from off-court activities. And one way was to start training coaches, work with other coaches, train them from age 19, 20 upwards. And I saw that as an opportunity to come off court completely and make this more of a career rather than a short-term job.
And what support and guidance have you received to get to where you are?
Lots of support, certainly lots of coaches and friends I've known from playing days who've taken up coaching careers. I think the ideas that you thrash between you, you're constantly learning. I always like to look at successful people, try and find out why, try and pinch as many ideas as I can, constantly looking at websites and different ideas. Yeah, Dragon's Den, any programs, I think, because whatever the businesses are, I think a lot of the things marry, the same way.
What advice would you give to someone who's thinking about getting into coaching?
Depending on age a little bit, but certainly as someone coming in for the first time, I think they want to go to a club, either a club that they're already playing at. Can they work as an apprentice underneath the coach? Can they follow the coach around and be mentored? Because I think the training program we've got is proven to be by far the most successful way to get these younger coaches working alongside the experienced coaches and to pick up as many ideas as they can. And they've then come out after a year of working alongside a coach. They've really developed very quickly.
What are the key relationships that you need to build?
I think from a coach's perspective, he needs to make sure that the facility he or she is using, what are the goals of the facility? If it's a club, their general goals are to grow the membership. If it's a local authority, they want mass participation, same as a school would, all ages, all abilities. So the coach firstly needs to think from the other side of the fence, what do the people I'm working for or with, what are their goals? We know what the coach's goals will be. I want to do a number of hours on court, I want to earn X, Y, Z in money. But they must, right at the beginning, they must get those goals right, and ideally in writing and reviewed maybe every 6 months to ensure that all parties are happy.
As a coach, what ways do you market yourself?
Best way is word of mouth, ideally. But as we've grown into a business, we've done a lot of school visits on sites. We've given a lot of introductory offers, so we've gone into a school, given flyers to all the kids, offering them a free trial visit at the club, park, wherever we want to get them back to. That's been very successful. We've done free rackets if you join in courses, so you pay a course fee and get a free racket to get them started, which is one of the barriers. Our website is very effective. Certainly as we've grown, our database has grown dramatically to over 4,000 now. We email direct from the website.
In what ways have you looked to develop your business further?
Looked at facilities first of all, how many leisure centres, parks, schools, clubs, hotels, anyone who's got tennis courts really. Are they working, where can I place a head coach to go in and really drive the business? We're currently working on a project with a park which is under construction right now, started 3 weeks ago, where we've turned a 4-court club whose facilities were pretty poor everything's being pretty much brand new. It's going to be 6 floodlit courts with a clubhouse, which is a fantastic opportunity for one of my team to drive that business. And they'll tie in initially with some schools to grow the program, so we'll market to the schools. But that facility will be used by all ages, all abilities, and a mass participation program.
What would you say was your main motivation that gets you out of bed in the morning?
I think, good question. I think within the job I'm doing now, I'm meeting so many different people and I've got so many roles to fill. I can honestly say I don't ever get bored because I'm working with coaches, I'm working with some players, I'm working with parents, I'm working with local authorities. So for me, it's an exciting opportunity. The coaches now, realise that I'm looking after them too, because the more opportunities I can create, the more promotions there are available. So tennis is my number one love, but it's also quite enjoyable seeing your business grow and looking after staff. I think I have actually got satisfaction out of that. And I think what my challenge is, and the conversations I have with some senior coaches, is trying to get the message across that you can turn it into a career. You need to work in teams and try and look outside the box. Don't just look at the tennis club. Let's look at schools, parks, leisure centres, hotels, anywhere. Let's see where you can grow and secure your future.